You know, most people just drink coffee to wake up. That's pretty much it. But what if your coffee could actually fight aging from the inside out? Oh, I'm listening. I heard aging. Rejuvenate Coffee isn't just caffeine in a cup. It's premium Arabica coffee infused with CA-AKG. It's a compound naturally found in your body, and it plays a key role in energy production, cellular repair, and longevity. Scientists have studied it for its ability to keep your cells powered and support healthier aging. So that means you're not just getting clean, crash-free energy, you're actually giving your body the fuel that it needs at the deepest level. More focus, better mornings, long-term benefits without changing a single habit other than the coffee you already drink every day. So look, if you're going to start your day with coffee, make it one that's weaponized against aging. I like that term. Go to 1775coffee.com/Rav and order Rejuvenate Coffee. Did I say rejuvenate? What am I, French? Anyhow, fuel your body, protect your future, rejuvenate. Now, I send it over to Emily with something. Why I talk like this?
Who is rejuvenated as well. Thank you.
Oui.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Well, now that we are obviously caffeinated, it is time to stay awake, not woke. And who is woke today? A high school principal in Alberta who's targeting loyal coaches and students for daring to speak up against transgender ideology. The educator was even caught bullying an autistic student for doing so. One beloved coach who served for over a decade was fired for simply criticizing gender ideology, while another quit in solidarity, showing where loyalty really lies. Instead of protecting them, the principal tracked down students who spoke out, cornering a vulnerable child in her office and pressuring them to back off. This is the crisis when woke ideology infiltrates our schools. Principals who should protect our kids instead push them into silence for thinking differently. Let's bring in Dr. Gina, David, and Terrence for more here. You know, Dr. G, I am not a mother yet. I dream to be one day. If I was in this situation, I would have to pull my kid out of the school. I mean, this is just craziness.
Yeah, and that's the answer. I mean, homeschooling is obviously happening more and more all over the country, becoming more and more mainstream. I remember when I homeschooled, people were like, well, how will you socialize your children? I'm like, oh boy, got to explain the S word again. That's what we call it in homeschooling, the S word. You know, the thing about it is when parents are active, Terrence, I think, is a great example of this. That's why I'd like him to speak to this. When you have a school system where the parents are extremely involved on the daily, right? We hear Terrence on the phone on commercial, talking to his girls, telling them what to say to their teacher, going over their test stuff with them. When you have parents who are that involved, schools can't get to this place, right, Terrence?
Yeah. I think what you call me is a helicopter parent. I'm not so sure of that.
But you almost have to be these days.
Involved.
I didn't mean to say that, but you almost have to be. And actually, Terrence, I think you're exemplary.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I do believe, that you've got to be involved. And I come from, I guess you parent by example. My parents were both educators, and my dad actually was my assistant principal. He even had to suspend me, but that's a whole nother story.
What?
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother.
Okay.
Yeah,
He just drops the bomb and moves on. Yeah. All right.
I'll tell you guys that story in the break. But the point is, I think as parents, it is incumbent on each and every one of us to be involved. And education, I think, for our kids and what happens in the school is transferable to what happens outside. I think it's more important to be an example and involved in our kids' lives and to be responsible for the education they get at home and outside of the classroom. That way, once they go to the classroom and whatever happens at school, hopefully they'll already be prepared for that. I hope that makes sense, David.
Yeah. It does. And from a free speech standpoint, let's also just remember that. What's up with free speech in Alberta, Canada? Hello? You've got the premier there, Danielle Smith. She's part of the United Conservative Party. She's conservative. But you've got the Canadian Charter of Rights out there in Alberta, which guarantees free speech. And I'm putting that in air quotes because it's limited. And what that means is that they can pass laws. For example, they've passed a law. It's called the Alberta, I have it here, the Alberta Something Act, that basically says, except if it's hate speech, right? And here we go down the hate speech lane. So once again, this is the type of stuff they're going to have to clean up in Alberta. So I'll be right over to Alberta. I'll take a 4.5-hour flight. And I'll be there because I need to talk to somebody.
Give them all the tips on how they can improve.
There you go.
Yeah, and they'll be like, who are you? Get away. Yeah.
Thank you so much for noticing, Dr. Gina. I really appreciate that. I'm humbled by that. Thank you so much.
I will say, Terrence, every time that I hear you talk to your girls, it makes me smile as well. My parents used to do that with me and make sure, did you get your homework done? Are you talking to this teacher?
Phenomenal.
So you should be really, really proud of that, Terrence.
Well, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Those are daddy's babies.
Aw, so sweet, so sweet. All right, we do have a whole lot more coming up on American Sunrise. President Donald Trump is putting faith front and center. His new initiative, America Prays, aims to defend religious expression, including prayer in public schools. We'll discuss next with Braden Sorbo. Stay with us.